Are toy manufacturers corrupting the minds of children by hiding subliminal messages in their toys? Young minds are thought to be particularly susceptible to the effects of mind control, and hiding a certain set of imagery in our toys may be a very effective way of influencing the brains of a future generation. Here are 5 examples of creepy messages hidden in children's playthings. The first message is one that I remember from when I was a kid. This was after the Lion King movie had been released, and its overwhelming popularity meant that the market was flooded with cheap Lion King themed toys. One of these was a sound book, one of those ones where you read the story and press the buttons along the side to make noises that correspond to something happening in the story. I'm not sure how it all started, but a small consumer panic made the headlines when angry parents started to complain that one of the sound bites contained a sexual message. The Rafiki button, when pressed repeatedly, sounds like it's saying, "Squashed bananas up his arse." He's actually supposed to be chanting, "Asante sana, squash banana," a phrase from the movie. Most likely it sounds like it's swearing because the sound is being compressed through some very cheap early 90s electronics, but the idea that Disney are hiding sexual messages in their movies and toys is nothing new. I could make a whole video about the sexual messages hidden in Disney cartoons. The Lion King has its fair share of subliminal images. In fact, there's even another Rafiki toy with strange sexual connotations. The idea is that Disney are trying to covertly corrupt the minds of children and turn them into sexual deviants by implanting perverted imagery into their brains. So, did the children of the 90s grow up to enjoy inserting exotic fruit into their rectums, or was this just parents overreacting? The next toy I don't have any footage of because it appears that Walmart have tried to remove all evidence of it ever existing. The only evidence I can find is a small news article from the Colombian newspaper. The article states that a Vancouver family received a toy for their baby as a Christmas present. The toy was a plastic boat that attaches to the side of a crib and emits soothing ocean noises. It's very similar to this Ocean Wonders aquarium made by Fisher-Price, but this toy was produced by Walmart's own brand called Kid Connection. The parents noticed a strange hypnotic voice coming from the device, repeatedly saying the phrase, "I hate you," among the ocean sounds. They returned the device to Walmart and tested a few other copies of the same toy on the store shelves and found that they all contained the same creepy message. Shortly afterwards, all copies of the toy were removed from Walmart stores. The problem is that no product recall was ever announced, and nothing was mentioned on Walmart's website at the time, leading many to believe that Walmart was attempting to cover up the incident. There are various theories as to why the toy might contain the hateful message. It was manufactured in China, and some people have speculated that it might be part of a communist plot to brainwash our children into a state of self-loathing. It's a shame that I can't find any clips of the toy. It's described as being a blue and white boat with a red anchor, and it attaches to a side of a crib. It's got buttons that plays either music or ocean sounds. The article was published in 2003, so it's likely that someone still has one of these toys. If you're watching this and you have one of these ocean toys, please upload some footage of it so we can hear what it sounds like. Another toy with a hidden hateful message is the You and Me Talking Triplets doll set sold at Toys R Us. The dolls are motion activated and are supposed to emit random baby noises when you wave your hand in front of them. However, people were horrified to hear that one of the dolls is capable of some very adult language.
Hey, bitch.
The doll, apparently saying, "You crazy bitch," caused uproar among parents when they started to hear their kids repeating the phrase. Toys R Us have refused to remove the toy from sale, claiming that it's just the sound of baby babble, but they did offer refunds to any unhappy customers. Do you think this is just random baby noises, or is it a more sinister attempt to corrupt the minds of our children?
brick.
The next toy looks like a normal magic wand, and it was sold at dollar stores across America. The packaging tells us that it's an evil stick, but this could easily be mistaken for a mistranslation. In actual fact, the toy contains a dark secret. When you press a button, an evil laugh is heard, and an image flashes up behind the silver foil. The picture is quite difficult to see, and some curious children peeled off the foil to see what was underneath. Beneath was an image of a child, apparently possessed by demons, and slitting her own wrists with a knife. The idea is that the silver flower acts as a mirror, and when a child looks into it and presses the button, the shocking image appears in their reflection and gives them a fright. Many have speculated that this toy could be used to subliminally implant the idea of self-harm and suicide into a child's mind. The fact that the picture is repeatedly flashed over their own reflection causes the child to associate such actions with themselves. Nothing on the packaging mentions this creepy feature. Lots of parents will have bought this toy for their kids without realising it has a hidden secret. Nobody knows who made this toy or how it ended up on store shelves. One thing is for certain though, this image definitely isn't appropriate for young children. The last toy is another talking doll. Once again, it's supposed to emit random baby babble, but one of the noises sounds like it's saying something rather more nefarious. Listen to this and try to decipher what it's saying. A lot of parents believe that the doll is saying, "Islam is the light," and that it may be trying to indoctrinate their children into a religious ideology. The doll is made by Fisher-Price and is called the Cuddle and Coo doll. The phrase is uttered among a number of other baby noises. If you listen to the whole thing, the phrase seems oddly out of place and much clearer than the other sounds. It's as if it's been added deliberately. The phrase can also be heard in a Nintendo DS game called Baby Pals. When you wash a baby in a bath, it repeatedly tells you that Islam is the light. I've heard other rumours that the doll also says Satan is king, but I can't find any evidence of that. There are a few videos on YouTube of people running the doll through its full repertoire of noises. The supposed Islam phrase is fairly clear in all of them, but I can't find any where the doll says anything about Satan, so maybe that's just a rumour. So if this subliminal message stuff really works, we can expect our kids to grow up to be potty-mouthed religious self-harmers. The problem is that these kind of things are designed not to be detected by the conscious mind, but rather to affect the subconscious, so finding them is almost impossible most of the time. It's only the most blatant examples that get found out. In a time when almost every toy contains some sort of electronic circuitry, who knows what other hidden messages are being pumped into children's minds. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to support the channel, please check out my Patreon page. Shout out to Tim Farrell, James and Roman Jones. Thank you very much for your support. You guys are awesome. Until next time, goodbye.